Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I am playing an EGIKWM France Deck G456 game with TetStyle PT944 and Wallfly. So, looking at this first pile, we got Circus Manager, we've got Engineer, we got Fresh Dirt Worker. What do I want to take here? Circus Manager is quite good. It's great with any kind of traveling players combo. Helps you play occupations early. I think Fresh Dirt Worker is pretty neat. It requires a little bit more work though. Yeah, I'm going to take Circus Manager here. And like Circus Manager Giant is decent if I get that back. Yeah, over Engineer. Yeah, I think Engineer would be the other thing I'd consider over Fresh Dirt Worker. And Circus Manager is quite nice, so go with that one. What a bunch of second picks, yeah. Hey, there's a lot of potential here in this Circus Manager pick. Just think of all the cards I could get. Could get Joiner. Could get other things. Alright. Well, Scrounger as a 4-wood occupation is an option. Parquet Setter's okay, but not great. 24601 is good. Could take 24601. The problem with 24601 is like with Scrounger, we're probably gonna want the 3 actions. Like 3 actions are probably gonna be worth 3 points at least. So I think I'm not taking 24601, and I'll take Scrounger here. Yeah. 4 wood ox are good with Circus Manager anyways. It means I only need 1 wood action and 1 read action to build a room, so that's what I'm gonna take. Ooh, groupie. Ooh, this pile is actually pretty weak. I think I need to de-draft groupie here, because otherwise I'm just giving it away. Giving so many actions away. Like, yeah, Forester is worse than groupie. Master Brewer is worse than groupie. A lot of people would say Martial Artist is worse. Yeah, I think I just have to de-draft groupie here, which hurts my Circus Manager a decent amount because, you know, with Circus Manager, I'd rather play 7 Ox, and I already know I have a 1 dead one, and probably whatever I get back out of that pile is not very good either. There's a lot of weak stuff. If groupie's like the 5th or 6th best card, then that's a bad sign for a pile. I mean, depending on the game, of course. Now, to be fair, whoever gets the guest token is giving us extra food. But I don't really want to give someone who has a lot of food lots of actions. That's something I'd rather avoid. Okay, probably Stone Baron here. As much as I want to take my gluten-free baker. Really not seen any source of vegetables yet. So I'll take Stone Baron here. It's decent with Scrounger as well, so. The other thing is Scrounger often makes people choose between going to Stone and getting the Scrounger points. But Stone Baron says, hey, you know, it's still good to go to Stone. So if I can, you know, get all the bonus points, and that's good for me. There is Tile Maker out there. You're right about that. Giant did wheel. So I think I'm taking Giant here. The ability to Giant on the action that I play Circus Manager. Oh, you know what? I don't know if Giant Circus Manager actually works. I'm trying to think. So I get double the goods and or food. If you use an accumulation space with that action. Does that mean I still am using it twice? I can look at Sunday Worker and Circus Manager and see how they interact. See if anyone's talked about Sunday Worker with this card. I think it works. I think it works. Double the food, but it could only play one Ock. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Here, Godfather and Sunday Worker. It says, so Hala says you can deal twice. So that tells me I should be able to, yes. So this is talking about the interaction between Sunday Worker and Animal Dealer. Animal Dealer triggers on animal accumulation spaces. So I'm pretty sure I get to play 2 occupations. Yeah. I think this works. The way I would read Giant, is that it's you are still doubling. You're still taking the action twice. It's just that the second time you would take an accumulation space, there would be nothing there. I guess I'll take Animal Nurse. Not that jazzed about Parquet Setter. And yeah, I did get a really bad action back here. Martial Artist gives some food. Maybe there's a combo with Forester that I'll want to play. Martial Artist is pretty bad. I usually want to play my improvements. Alright, we got Driftwood. Haddix is decent, but Driftwood is quite good. So, take Driftwood here for sure. We do satisfy Meadow a bit easier with the Animal Nurse than normal. Yeah, I think it works. I mean, it's not clear. It's not totally clear, which is why I was looking it up. Self pasture. For every sheep, you can hold a boar or a cattle. Gold mine. Take stone, you get a grain. I don't really have any sources of grain, so take stone, get a grain is not awful. Yeah, I'm gonna try this card. I don't think I've drafted it yet. I'm interested. Circling wall, and you don't like encircling wall, yeah. So we play Syrup Tap easier than normal with Scrounger and Stone Baron. We play it a lot easier than normal. The thing is, we have Driftwood and we have Giant, so I'm not convinced that I'm going to want to trigger Syrup Tap all that many times. Reed Exchange seems acceptable. If we don't get 2 Reed in round 1, or if we don't get 2 Reed in round 2, then it might be kind of difficult to get enough Reed. However, Archangel might give us the 1 Reed that we need. I think we can probably wheel Reed Exchange, so let's take Syrup Tap here. I'm not sure that I'm going to play it, but in case I do, it's an option. Giant and eager. Okay, here's an example. Giant and eager student that I asked. Different. I was asking about a different thing. I wish the search actually worked, because actually being able to search for Sunday school would help. Oh, Sunday school. Why did I look that up? I want to look up this Sunday worker. Sunday worker plus mailman. Alright. Sunday worker. Get relevant. Combined with berry picker, you get double. If I put mailman, do I double the mailman? No. Okay. This one, I remember this one. It's not a good response there. This is unrelated. Okay. Oh, clay supports. If Berry Pecker works, in Circus Manager should work. That's sort of my analysis as well. Clay supports is pretty good. Do we have a support for a clay supports? Not really, but I mean we could kind of force it. What else am I taking here? Cooking corner. Drained pond is not bad. I mean, clay supports just gives us a huge amount of flexibility in our early game. Taking traveling players with my last action 2 times. Yeah, that's yeah, I think that's my analysis as well. It seems like it should work. So for example, I can play Giant and Animal Nurse in round 11, for example. Because by that point, other people should be breeding, and then also I'm probably hoping to get family growth even without room round 12 to double it. Okay. Exchange a grain or vegetable for a sheep, or I can exchange a sheep for a grain or a vegetable. So what I could do with Animal Nurse is if there's anyone breeding sheep throughout the game, then Sheep Market is going to functionally say get a grain or a vegetable each harvest if somebody else takes the other thing. Yeah, I mean, Paddocks is decent. Paddocks is decent, but the Sheep Market with Animal Nurse might do something. It's not clear to me that Circus Manager is really very good here. It's not at all clear. So Thunderbolt, if my Sheep Market combo does go off, Thunderbolt is a thing. Encircling Wall seems difficult with Stone Baron and potential clay support, so let's grab Thunderbolt here. And yeah, Reed Exchange, definitely. Fruitcake is pretty good, but Reed Exchange is pretty excellent with Driftwood and with clay supports and with Scrounger. So not a great opening hand. Like Forester is quite bad. Groupie I'm not going to play. So I'm really hoping to only play 5 of my occupations. And Giant lets me double one of my actions, so I'm literally only using traveling players to play an occupation 3 times. That's sort of the plan. Yeah, I play Circus Manager manually. Then I can play Scrounger, Stone Baron, Animal Nurse, Giant, those 4. And Giant lets me double one of them. So yeah, I'm only taking Circus Manager 3 times. So that means I can I need to play a little risky with the traveling player space, I suppose. It means I'm probably playing like round 2, round 5, and then the third one, I'm not sure when the third one will come out. Depends on the timing for Giant, I suppose. If I could set up Giant family growth, that of course is the dream. Giant family growth with clay supports. Like maybe I build a wood room normally, and then build a 4th and a 5th room, and then Giant the 4th and 5th family growth. That would be very good. But I'm not sure. I'm also interested to see if we could do something with this Animal Nurse. That could be fun. Like if somebody else sets up a breeding pair of sheep in stage 1, then Animal Nurse is getting us a sheep every harvest. We can use it, even if we can't interact with sheep, we can use Sheep Market to turn the sheep into something useful. I guess that combo doesn't exactly work because Animal Nurse triggers after the breeding phase and Sheep Market's at the beginning of each harvest. So really what I want is to have 2 sheep. So that means I need to build a stable maybe. Although if I think I'm going to play Thunderbolt, and if I think I'm getting grain and going to play Thunderbolt, that should not be a problem. Reedstone food here. I don't really need to spam Ox. And if round 2 is Circus Manager into Traveling Players, that would be fine. I think since I'm not playing that many occupations this game, I'm not so worried about playing them in the early game. This also gives me the option of doing something like Scrounger into Syrup Tap, Start Player Syrup Tap. But yeah, Syrup Tap got a lot worse with clay supports coming out, that's for sure. It got quite a bit worse. And with Thunderbolt. Alternative way and Driftwood. I mean, Syrup Tap really does not like me having a lot of alternative ways of getting wood. It wants me to take wood over and over and over. I think Fresh Dirt Worker seems pretty good. I mean, it was quite good for us. We played it a couple of weeks ago, and it was quite good for us, so... Alright. We get 2 wood back. So we literally have the resources for Syrup Tap now. Had it with Boston the other day, which was completely OP. That does sound good. Oh, TetStyle's blocking the plow action. It's probably a good move. Probably a pretty good move. Keeping fields empty isn't usually ideal. Yeah, but I think the ability to plow 2 fields in round 1 and 2, and then just collect wood for the next, 5-6 rounds is pretty good. Beyond that, really. But yeah, TetStyle plowing there is obviously a setback for PT. Alright, we get to be first again, which is phenomenal. Gonna read Stone Food again. I don't really feel any great pressure to push out Circus Manager. Well, we get Cheap Occupation or 3 wood, which is pretty great for our second move in round 2. We either play Circus Manager or get 3 wood. Oddly pleasing. Operation Photon. PT gets spooked in first action plows. Sometimes it's your banking actions as well. Oligarch Patreon. That's what oligarchs need, right? They need Patreon. Support me on Patreon, guys. Wallfly is playing Hobbyist. Good card. Alright, 3 wood. We are ready to build a room. It might have been correct to start player Syrup Tap there, but when I'm already in the start player position, that seems incorrect. Wallfly's going to want to pick up food. Actually, maybe Wallfly just builds the fireplace here. But she doesn't really want to use a full action to build something when she can hobbyist it. The problem is it costs her 2 food to build the fireplace, so that's equivalent of like taking 2 food versus major minor. It's equivalent here, unless you want to take food off the table. TetStyle plays Engineer. Very good card. Overcooked Poutine. Wallfly plays Muddy Bog. Muddy Bog is pretty good. We got Driftwood and Muddy Bog in the game. Both excellent scrounger occupations as well. And Inventory Manager is a great scrounger occupation as well. Fresh Dirt Worker is too. Yeah. There's good stuff to go after the scrounger. Points. You want to have flexibility so that you have whatever exactly whatever resource you need. Yeah, she's just gonna build it normally. So we get to continue being the first player. So who needs to play occupations when you get to be when you get to sit on Reedstone food all of stage 1? Jeez. Maybe I build the well with my second action. Well, I mean, this is what's available to me, right? Like, I have had... like, I've just been start player the whole game, which is kind of ridiculous. But people competing for plowing is doing that. And also Wallfly doing stuff with her. With her improvements. I almost want to build the well here, but then I have to take another wood action before I can do anything else. I think I'm gonna play Circus Manager here. I think it's still correct to do so. So yeah, we'll play our first dock in round 5. We can play Scrounger round 5 with our second move. Wallfly's got Chronicle. Yeah, Chronicle's gonna be pretty good. Basically puts a food, gives her a food whenever she builds the majors. Plus more. And more. TetStyle building the cooking hearth here. TetStyle not taking wood is good for me, because it means I don't have to build with my first move round 4. Probably means Wallfly will start player to get the 4 sheep. Although maybe she doesn't need the sheep that badly. Hard to say. Not to mention, it looks like it might get 6 wood here, which is silly. Because if Wallfly does start player to get the 2 sheep, then I get the 6 wood. She might start player to get the 6 wood, though. In which case, I get 4 wood. Or 2 reed. Or reedstone food again. Yeah. Four wood would be good with reed exchange, because then 4 wood plus scrounger and I'm almost at my second room. And then I can start thinking about doing silly stuff like giant double family growth if I build 2 rooms. Sunday worker. So Wallfly start player into 6 wood, playing box 1 lake. I'll take 4 wood. 4 wood is pretty phenomenal. Also means that TetStyle can't build. Wallfly, if she wields the 2 reed, she can build, but then she's relying on a chronicle food. Actually, no, never mind. She's got a food sitting on the board. So Wallfly could take 2 reed and then build in front of me in round 5. However, I'm pretty sure PT 944 will take the 2 reed, since they need reed as well. And TetStyle Reedstone Foods. Yeah, I could build the well with my second action maybe. Could think about 4 clay if I am gonna build with clay supports. Could do something with 4 clay. And I don't think PT is gonna build. And if PT does build, I kind of don't care. I feel like I'm just gaining so much efficiency that I can kind of do whatever. I know PT has the resources, but I kind of think PT is gonna plow so that they can start collecting wood every round, because collecting clay every round is quite a bit worse than collecting wood every round. Not to mention the fact that again we're gonna go into round 5 where TetStyle and Wallfly can't build. TetStyle's got Lorelei. Ignoring clay supports unless it falls to me. Yeah, unless I get like incredible clay. I'm not really committed to clay supports. I mean, with Giant, I'm always considering just swinging for double family growth around 12, right? Hoping to get family growth without room. Honestly, it's not really clear what path I should be taking this game. Yeah, PT took the clay instead of building. Oh, because TetStyle start playered Lorelei, right? Of course. Oh, did she announce an improvement? Yeah, she's saying she played an improvement. She was going to play an improvement, but no, she can't. Plowing there, the clay makes no sense. Yeah, the clay seems like a weird move. Although, to be fair, if you plow, you're not getting a clay every round either. Well, I will build first move, but honestly this board is pretty bad, so second action playing an occupation sounds pretty great. So if I can Reedstone Food into Scrounger, and then I'm ready to double build. Clay hut extension? Maybe. Wallfly is really pushing these miners out. I guess she's paying a food to get a faster wood, basically. That's what it amounts to a lot of the time. Okay, 3 woods available. I don't really need the 3 wood, honestly. I guess I could start player read exchange. Start player read exchange is pretty good if family growth flips round 6, but it's not very good if family growth is round 7. Although I probably secure second growth either way. Yeah, start player's read exchange looks fine. I'm guessing with Lorelei they have some plan with grain. It's something like that. And PT's gonna build a cooking her. Man, I'm pretty glad I built the well, honestly. I'm gonna need food from the majors that are not. I'm gonna need food from majors that are not dependent on animals. For wood, Wallfly is gonna announce a minor. Sense difficult feeding in my future. I will have difficult feeding if family growth flips here. But if it doesn't flip here, then I'm gonna be fed for a while. Family growth does flip here. All right, can we pull off giant here? I think we can pull off giant. So we can second action giant. Giant can also play Stone Baron or Animal Nurse, doesn't really matter. I'm going to double family growth on round 7. Stone Oven for me. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I kind of hope someone would set up breeding animals for Animal Nurse, but that's not really happened. That's okay. So if I do giant family growth, that means I only have 2 actions in round 7. 1 action has to get me 2 food. Because I'm going to go down to 3, and then I'm going to pick up 1. No, actually I can't giant family growth because I only have 1 action. What am I saying? So giant family growth unfortunately does not work. Unless I just play giant and don't play the other thing. No, I'm 1 food short. I am 1 food short of gianting double family and getting double family growth here. Okay, so I think that means I will not do it. Yeah, I'll only have 1 action. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm realizing. If I had a miner that gave food, I could do it, but no, I can't. So 3 wood, I guess. I don't really have a miner to play on family growth except, well, sheep market. I guess I can play sheep market, sure. Tactical beggar. Yeah, I mean I could take a tactical beggar. I could take a second tactical beggar to play an occupation. No, I'll just hold on to giant. It's fine. Giant will be useful later. It would be nice to double grow here, but gold mine driftwood. Well, yeah, that's the thing. It does enable me to play better improvements. But I'll have opportunities to play them later, so. There's going to be so many points in this game between with the easy to reach global bonuses of Scrounger and Stone Baron that I don't really feel any. I don't think the beggars are going to be worth it. Yeah, those sheep are going to go at 2 every single round, which is going to be to the annoyance of everyone else. It also means that probably we're not getting any breeding for a while from Animal Nurse. If Tet hadn't start player, well then I could start player into grow, right? Oh, but I can't play. Circus Manager can only play an Awk if it's your first action. But I could still do that. I could forego growing this round. Let Tet go try to grow in front of me. You know what? Tet has 2 food. And has to first action build. I think we can let Tet try to jump us. No, the problem is still the food. It's always the food that's the problem. Always the food. Circus has to be the last action, yeah. What I could do is I could start player with my first move. And then second move, traveling player's giant. I could do that. Oh, Wallfly's building the joinery. That's on start player. Yeah, but you don't normally get to play giant in this situation, Montu. This seems like it might be the right situation. I can naturally double grow, but it's more fun if I double grow with giant and like really mess with the others. Alright, I guess I'll play normally. If I have to play normally, I'll play normally. It is the best line here. Yeah, but it would be fun to play giant. It would be like it'd be challenge. It'd be kind of going into challenge mode. Now my feeding is not great, so feeding might be enough difficulty this game. But this game is looking pretty easy. TetStyle taking 2 food. My traveling players. Stone Baron has to come out next round to be worth a stone. So maybe I hold on to it. Also, no one's really close to breeding animals still. I wanted them to do so, but... Also, Wallfly needing to start player joinery is kind of weird there. Like, probably it makes sense just to play joinery with hobbyist. Like, yeah. She wants to play Parvenu. Doubling her read, I suppose. So then she's going to take wood and double build in 8. I should set up a miner for family growth. I can't play an Auk. I kind of want to take Reedstone food here. Reedstone food, and then I can play Syrup Tap. It seems like I'm going to need a bunch of wood actions at this point, since I built 2 wood rooms and I wasn't really planning to. Or the Reedstone food can push me towards Basket Maker's Workshop. But yeah, Syrup Tap seems like an option. Current food outlook is bad. I have so many actions though. I'm not too concerned, to be honest. Also, there's going to be a bunch of good actions available next round. You guys are having BLTs? Nice. Yeah, some of those cards are giving her points, which is nice, right? And I mean, Merchant Plowman Joinery is nice to have out at this point, after she gets a 6 wood action. Looks like PT might have Cloister Dweller, or is planning to build a bunch more rooms. I guess there is wooden strongbox out there. PT start player self pasture. So Wallfly could take wood again. If she does, I'll take clay and try to build a pottery. So I can clay and then 2 stone. Oh, Wallfly is building. So I will take the wood since it comes with a food. Who can do that? Who can do the thing with the pen with your hand where you like... PT's got Cooking Corner. I'm guessing this is coming on Reno. Well, I know what I'm doing now, taking clay and then building a cooking hearth, since amazingly it looks like a hearth might be available. Does Lorelei go to me, or does it go to the general supply? Pay them 1 food. So fishing might have an extra food on it. Ooh, farm steward. Okay. So PT is getting to grow next round. So PT and I are the only players who have grown in the first 4 rounds of family growth. Which is kind of crazy. Oh, Wallfly's gonna trade her fireplace for a cooking hearth. Makes sense. So no cooking hearth available for me, but the 2 clay fireplace is now available. Twirling your pen until you get then post. I was too busy in school, like learning and paying attention to practice this, like all the kids that were practicing this instead of paying attention. Alright, enough of that. Gotta get serious. Yeah, looks like Basket Maker's Workshop looks pretty good here. So first move 3 stone, I think. Oh, Wallfly's playing Sawmill on start player. Wallfly's got she's got a pretty synergistic hand, I have to say. Take the 3 stone, and then we want to wheel reed stone food or 2 reed, and then Reno is free. So, oh, reed stone food is no good if I have to Reno. I need 2 reed if I'm gonna do that. Whoops. Why is it on continue? That's weird. There we go. Need to get a fidget spinner. I never got one. I skipped that fad. Yeah, she can turbo plow, but do you need to, right? Like the way she's set up right now, she'll have 5 fields, so you don't really need more. Alright, well, Reno's free, so take the 2 reed. And then I do need a 1 food action, which could come from, playing an occupation. I could play Animal Nurse. And then Giant Stone Baron can come out together if they're going to come out. PT's Field. Wow, so that's why I'm guessing they might be doing something with... I said Cloister Dweller or something Wood Strongbox in 6 rooms. But with Farm Steward, you don't need 6 rooms, so... There's also Meadow out there, which makes field placement weird. Let's build the Basket Maker's Workshop on Reno. Whoops, why am I doing it this way? I should just take a food on my farm, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and play Animal Nurse. And 5 food reed. Meadow, did I say something different? So it looks like I'm getting 6 wood here. Seems decent. 6 wood enough food with syrup tap. Now TetStyle has to start player drained pond. So I think we're going to reed stone food and build the pottery here. The reed is nice for feeding, and then of course the pottery helps us feed as well. So our next 3 moves might be reed stone food, 4 clay, pottery, or maybe 4, well, 4 wood's still available, 4 wood, but yes, the fact that TetStyle got 1 reed stone food action in stage 1 was quite bad and extremely good for me. I mean, reed stone food 3 rounds in a row, got all the wood that I need. I had a very, very good stage 1. Normally you play Ox because you have nothing better to do. Okay, Wallfly reed stone food. Okay, so that means I need a second stone if I want to build the pottery. And if I'm not going to build the pottery, I could just build a fireplace here. 2 clay fireplace so that I can take animals. That might be fine. There's also fishing. I should start plowing at some point. Let's build the fireplace, and then I'm giving myself an option of maybe grabbing a cattle or something. Could still build the pottery's still good with Scrounger on the table, and joinery is better than normal with Scrounger on the table as well. Free food fishing. Fence 11 gets me a breeding pair. Yep. That is my analysis as well. Yep. 11 looks fine. Goldmine is one of those cards that seems neat. There's never time to play it. Yeah, the thing is you don't usually want to do more than 2 stone accumulation actions throughout the game. Yeah, Paddocks is a good card. I really was hoping that someone was going to set up animal breeding in stage 1, but the sheep coming round 3 made that everyone has been needing to eat the sheep, so no luck there. TetStyle Archangel. I would be very happy to get 3 food and a grain with 1 move. I should make sure that I have enough food to buy a cattle with Animal Nurse. I should make sure that that's a priority. Excuse me. Oh. So that means I need another 2 food. If I get assuming I get a read, I need another 2 food. TetStyle start player wood path. Sure. There's the improvements starting to come out. They get free sheep here and a cattle next time. Who's breeding sheep? Animal nurse doesn't work if I breed, I don't believe. By another player from the general supply. Yeah. Yeah, so someone else has to breed the sheep for me to be able to get an animal, to get a sheep. GR looks good. The grain can become a sheep with sheep market, which makes it a 2 food action. So now I have enough to buy a cattle. There's still 6 clay available. If I could build that pottery, it would be pretty good. But I'll take 3 wood over the 6 clay. Triggers my syrup tap. Gets me more wood for fencing. Gets me wood for potential joinery. That Archangel is very good for me, yes. Yeah, it's a very late Archangel. Wallfly is playing Villain. Whenever you play an occupation, you take a sow action afterwards. Play a minor improvement, you may get a baked bread. So she gets the sower 2 grain here. That's nice. That is nice. 3 wood. Tap of food. Animal nurse is after the breeding phase. So you know what? Since it's after the breeding phase, I can eat the newborn sheep to get a cattle. That looks like that works to me. So Wallfly would like the pottery with her inventory manager. She is showing that she could build it. Yeah, the 6 clay is not a very good action if I don't build the pottery. But you know what? I'm going to need a clay action eventually anyways. Let's go for it. So family growth flipped here. Trading a grain for a cattle seems not great. Really? I think trading a grain for a cattle seems pretty good. TetStyle had no miner to play. Woodpath seems not as good if you have no miner to play. Wallfly, rebuilding the joinery. Okay, so yeah, that means the pottery's available again. So I could take another green and a reed, but I think what I do is take 3 stone. 3 stone looks pretty good here. 3 stone secures me the pottery, so that looks good. Yeah, it does let... maybe you think Wallfly's looking better than PT. Maybe you think PT's in a bad spot. I'm not sure. With I'm amazed nobody's taking this grain and reed here. With Scrounger on the table, this is such an odd game. That grain and reed action is phenomenal. No wood is no good. That's pretty succinct. Oh, PT Reedstone food. So PT might build the pottery now. That may have been a mistake. That should have probably been the pottery there. No wheat equals defeat. Oh, PT's going for a boar. Alright, so I do get the pottery. Nice. Well, with the Scrounger, you want as many guilds as you can get. And who needs to get to a stone house if I have the well and 2 guilds? No lumber equals slumber. Wallfly plays Drawing Genius. I guess she wants the sew action. Is Reeve out there? Did I not see Reeve? This feels like it could just be a read action or a sew action. Doesn't have to be Drawing Genius, but I guess she gets another improvement action if she takes Plow Sow next round. But Plow Sow doesn't look very good for her with no crops, so I'm a little confused. That's good. I think I'm probably going to set up giant double plow. Beyond that, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. Am I going to first move family growth next round? My feeding seems fine now that I have the sheep. And I get points from my animal nurse. I think I'm unlikely to reno again. I could take the reed here. The reed's a little bit at risk with how hotly contested reedstone food has been. But maybe we can afford to take the reed next round. So I'll plow here, I think. Yeah. Seems fine. Yeah, so Circus Manager has been like a 3 food action, which is pretty poor. Stone Baron might get me +2 points to the whole table. But that's only true if I don't, like, it's only worth it if I don't lose out on Scrounger, right? And I would need another 3 stone to not lose out on Scrounger. But getting Reno Fence in round 14 would be nice. Because, yeah, it does look like it might be the case that nobody else Renos. Although, PT could pick up, after harvesting these 2 vegetables, could pick up a stone at the start of round 14 and then Reno. However, with Scrounger on the table, that would not be your first thought to do that. I mean, I might not have much else to do. We'll see. We'll see what my second and third actions are. But yeah, I can definitely leave the option of giant Stone Baron with 1 action with my last move here on Traveling Players. And then the plan would be to giant a plow action next round. But I might just wheel plow and field here. If I'm going to play giant out, I will play the Stone Baron, yeah. Assuming I get to stone. Ooh. That is some fencing there from TetStyle. Some fencing. PT is going to start player play meadow, so that's why PT took the boar over the pottery last round. Had meadow coming. So I was right about meadow. Their field placement is still extremely odd. Paddocks? But the pasture is not enclosed right now. PT doesn't have a... PT doesn't have... Oh, paddocks for TetStyle, you're saying. Oh, sure. But they can only... Paddocks is just 1 point here for 2 wood. That's all. It's not particularly great. Oh, no, 2 points. Sorry. Because he could fence 3 more. Okay, yeah. Right. Don't see that kind of... Don't see that style of fencing too often. I wasn't sure about the possible max configurations. So, if I think I'm going to get a plow action next round, then I could do 3 stone, 4 reed, and then traveling players. Or the reverse, also. I think I'll take the reed with my first move, because with Scrounger out, the reed is maybe interesting to some other players. Fencing TetStyle. Only if he's using his head. Yeah, PT might have to first action fence. Actually, you know what? Wallfly needs to reno as well. Seems like to get a fence action, these guys are probably going to give up Scrounger points, which makes playing Stone Baron quite a bit worse. Customer improvements plus traveling salesman. Traveling salesman on major minor with custom improvements. You get 1 point for the first minor. PT says it has changed. Did traveling sale or did custom improvements get altered? It does say an action that could have allowed you to play a major improvement. Yeah, that seems to work. Okay, looks like I'm wielding plow here, so I'll just take plow. TetStyle taking 4 food traveling players. So the giant dream is dead, I believe. So this is probably the worst circus manager ever. They use it in Magic the Gathering drafts that you, because the idea is the packs wheel around the table, and so on the wheel is the next rotation. So like you see a pack of cards a certain number of times, and if you're only seeing it twice on the wheel, just means the second time. Yeah, what the X-Men 9 says. But I don't know where it came, the phrase came from that. I'll take a vegetable here. Or maybe I should take 2 wood so I'm threatening fence 4. I'm thinking take a vegetable so that I can... Oh, you know what? I'm 1 food short. I need to pick up 1 food somehow. Because 5 food, 6 sheep is 8. I need 9. Since I grew. Reedstone food is acceptable. Okay, if Wallfly's not taking wood, then PT won't first action fence. PT will probably plow sow. Could also take 1 cattle. Taking 1 cattle lets me taking 1 cattle and then turn a grain into a sheep again, and then that's how I feed. Is I eat 2 sheep, reed clay. If I don't think I'm getting a sow action next round, then it's probably fine. Two H reed clay, feed 9. And then animal nurse, cattle. Yeah, so PT needs a reed for Reno to be good. So could take a reed from Fresh Dirt Worker, I believe. Ooh, Stonecutter's Hall. Oh, you can't have a 4th empty field, so he doesn't actually get a resource. Stonecutter's Hall for wood, I suppose? So needs to pick up a clay somehow. I guess you just take clay next round. Yeah, PT thinks they can get a stone for 3 or more empty fields. Fresh Dirt says exactly, so it doesn't work at 4 fields. Fresh Dirt, yeah, 4 fields is not 3 fields. 4 fields is not 3 fields. Wow, I got Plauso here. Jeez. Honestly, Plauso is only 2 points. 4 is good. But Plauso is good for other people, so... Wish I'd kept the vegetable. Oh well. Oh well. Wish I had kept the vegetable. Wheeling and dealing, moving things along in a direction you want. Yeah, I don't know. I'm afraid my etymology is lacking me here. So we should plan to animal nurse a boar for 2 points. So that means we have to buy it, meaning we ultimately need 12 food here. Montu squirreless? Never. That's right. You tell him. Where'd TetStyle's field come from? Oh, the drained pond came home. That's what it is. Well, keep taking 2-point moves as long as they're there. So we can eat a grain. So we could turn a sheep into a vegetable. That's a 1-point transaction that also lets us eat 2 sheep or eat 1 sheep. So turn 2 sheep into a grain, into a vegetable and 2 food. And then we eat 1 raw grain. So now we're up to 4 food. We eat a cattle. We're up to 7 food. We eat a reed, 10 food, clay, 12 food. There we go. There's all our stuff. Man, no one else is going to get points for Scrounger. This is an odd game. Odd game. I feel like this is just gonna be a win by default, totally by default. Like I haven't really done anything to earn this. Oh, Madonna's statue is quite nice here. Take the clay in case someone's eyeing it because of Scrounger points. TetStyle playing Paddocks. 2 stone Reno Stone Baron. What? You trying to sabotage me here, Rilo Kren? I don't want to give up the Scrounger points. Yeah, TetStyle played engineer and then only played one miner that had a stone on it, or one improvement that had stone on it. No, two. Sorry, Lorelei clay oven. But yeah, the fact that I got reedstone food all of stage 1, and then I got the first 3 stone grab because TetStyle had to be involved in the family growth queue. It was extremely bad for TetStyle. Wallfly's gonna play knock here for a sow action. Seems reasonable. Ham glazer, or as Angie from 30 Watt would say, ham. Cattle's a 1-point move at least, maybe more. TetStyle's not going to breed boar. I'm not going to be allowed to animal nurse a boar. I'm going to have to animal nurse cattle. Yeah, unless TetStyle takes 4 food here, like fishing or something. But yeah, actually, 4 food fishing. Lorelei, you can trigger it yourself, right? Yes, you can. Nice. Let Tet know that Lorelei works for them taking fish. Keanu Reeves, good Canadian boy. Don't think this matters what I do. I could do a 4 food action, I suppose, but do I need a 4 food action? I can turn a sheep into a grain and then a sheep into 2 food. Or I could reedstone food here. Guess we'll do it this way. So H2G, H2 2 food. And then we're gonna eat 2 cattle. Eat 2A. And clay to feed 10. I need to do the clay. So there's my farm. I have 1 food. So there's my farm after feeding phase. Does Tet breed boar? And if Tet breeds a boar, then I eat 1 point to buy I'll eat a grain to buy a boar. I'm not sure. It might have all been equivalent conversions. I don't know if I actually affected any changes there, but here's my final farm. So 47 it looks like. The game ends immediately after the breeding phase. Pretty sure Animal Nurse works because it's after the breeding phase of each harvest. I assume you can get an animal at the end. It's pretty unplayable if you can't. Alright. Guys, I'm going to be back tomorrow. During the day. I think I'm going to go get my bike looked at. But I can probably do that in the evening. So I think I'll probably just stream during the day tomorrow. So like I'll start around like noonish. Probably do 2 games. Probably do 2 games tomorrow, maybe 3. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a tournament game maybe. So yeah, tournament game with Payne and those guys maybe, and then also a regular stream game. So, all right, guys, it's gonna be all from me. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I will be back tomorrow, so we'll see you then, and I'll put up my schedule for the week tomorrow as well. Bye.